So this is a space factory builder that kinda came out of nowhere. This is main sequence, and there's a couple of really interesting things going on. First things first, we spawn on our spaceship here, and we're gonna have to turn this place into a factory. We've got a little workshop over here. Don't worry, this isn't the only space that we're gonna be able to build in. But basically, there are two sort of primary elements to the game. We can just jump into the pilot chair here. There is the resource collection, which is basically done through asteroid hunting, which is pretty darn cool. We can activate a little bit of a scanner here if we want to scan for titanium, for example. We can find... Where are you? You're over here somewhere? Over there. Cool. We'll go and head out and see if we can try and find you. So there is this element, and we can attack the asteroids with our blasters, our plasma cannons, and then we can utilize a sort of general, sort of broad spectrum tractor beam in order to collect resources. And from having a little look on the scanner, there are silica, titanium, nickel, and water ice resources, which is kind of cool. There we go. That's highlighting the asteroids properly. It doesn't last for a long time, but it does last long enough for me to get the job done. Destroy the asteroid, we get a little bit closer, and we are able to get in range and start tractor beaming. Is that a word? I guess it is now. Start tractor beaming away here. What is this? I think this is nickel, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's nickel. It might be titanium. That's okay. We'll yoink this whilst we are here. Beautiful. Takes usually more than just one sort of straight barrage in order to get all of the resources that we need. Objectives are up in the top left-hand corner, just sort of guiding us through early game progress. Silica, titanium, nickel, that's what I'm after. Any nickel anywhere around here? It doesn't look like there's much nickel, to be honest with you. I think that could be nickel. Let's go and start blasting this thing over here. That is actually quite a big asteroid and quite far away. Okay, well, we can go into, like, hyperspace mode. We do use up a little bit of fuel. Man, there's literally no nickel here, is there? Yeah, not much. Not much at all. Okay, well, yeah, so we've got a little fuel counter down the left over there. We're using 6 megajoules at the moment. We've got gigajoules of fuel, which is fine. Yoink all of this. Is that nickel? No, I guess not. But this is definitely nickel over here. So we're going to continue to go and head out and see if we can try and hit this big boy. Massive thing over here. We've arrived in proximity of the big asteroid. Let's see if we can start launching away. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Loads and loads of resource. This thing is huge. This thing is absolutely ginormous. Let's grab everything that we possibly can. You can see, by the way, that there are details of the asteroid up in the top right-hand corner. So you can see that it has got a ridiculously large amount of health. And, like, about an infinite amount of nickel ore. So if we're able to extract that, that is great. There's also asteroids like this one over here, like next door, which just don't have anything in them. I mean, we can destroy them, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter. If we want to leave it around, or if we want to sort of just leave it there. Anyway, we've collected all of the resources needed in order to progress to the next step, which is grand. We will disconnect ourselves from the pilot chair. We will head on over here. We will use the workbench, and we will start crafting some stuff. We need to craft titanium plates. We can do that here in the refinery. This is the refinery, I think, and then this is the assembler. One of these is the assembler. One of these is the refinery. No, that's the refinery. That's the assembler. Okay, so here we refine. Excellent. Very, very simple. And then here we are able to assemble our product into something. For example, we're able to make a lightweight frame from 2 titanium plates. We're able to make magnetic coils, hull plates, and repair kits. Takes about 3 seconds in order to refine titanium into a plate-based form. And we can do titanium and nickel plates, as well as hydrogen fuel, which is made from water ice, which is grand. Now, our objective is to craft some titanium plates, to craft some hull plates, and to craft some lightweight frames. Lightweight frames and hull plates are both made from titanium, so let's get all of this titanium refined as quickly as we possibly can, and let's get the required ingredients to progress to the next stage. Right, so we got ourselves a decent number of plates. That's pretty darn good. We need to craft, what, 5 more hull plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how many... How many lightweight frames? 5 lightweight frames. That's fine. So we just need a few more titanium plates in order to get this going. Now, it does take a long time. It does take a long time for the refinery to do its refining. So probably advisable to always have this machine on. Hence why I've queued up 239 titanium plates. After that, I'll queue up a whole bunch of nickel plates as well, just to sort of get it out of the inventory. We'll just start. We'll start going. We're gonna need titanium, nickel, and I guess to a lesser extent hydrogen fuel for pretty much everything that we do. So yeah, anyway, let's get the hull plates done, the lightweight frames done, and then let's look at building our first space station. And there is the last lightweight frame. Very, very cool indeed. So, in order to build a space station, which is frankly ridiculously cool, we're going to jump into the pilot seat and then go into build mode. Now, we can build individual machines, and we will do these. These are going to be our factory machines in just a little bit. But first things first, we need to see if we can try and get ourselves a little bit of space. And a little bit of space to build some of these machines. We're basically going to build this space station. We're going to dock with this sucker. And then we're going to go and head out into our little, what is this? An air dock? What's the phrase that I'm looking for? Docking port, I guess. And now, just like magic, we are in our space station. What the heck is that over there? I don't know what that is over there. We'll have to explore that in just a little bit. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The lovely nickel asteroid that is gargantuan. Very, very cool. Okay, this is where we're gonna be starting the production of the factory floor, I suppose. There's a couple of inputs, outputs here. We can configure this dock. We can rename the space station. There's also like a little area here, which will allow us to open the designer and, yeah, you guessed it, build and expand our space station, which I'm not particularly interested in doing right now. I think what we're going to do right now is follow the missions up in the top left and build some machines. Now, in order to build the machines, we're going to have to collect a few more components. That is titanium plates, magnetic coils. We can build all of this stuff. But for now, I need to get a reactor, I need to get a refinery, and I need to get a science lab. Okay, so we need, what, 10, 20 titanium plates, and 18 magnetic coils. Okay, that's fine. I can go and get that done. I suspect that the refinery and buildings that I'm going to build through the through in the factory are going to be a heck of a lot faster than what I'm currently dealing with. I might have to change around my build order, but that's fine. We'll get all of the components that we need. Right, I think I've got all the components required. It's just basic titanium plates. We don't even need hull plates for this. It's fine. Worth noting that we have got a ship inventory and a player inventory in order to build stuff. We're obviously going to need to move stuff onto our player inventory. But basically, everything that happens on the ship can be done automatically through the ship inventory. So, you know, we can destroy asteroids. That goes into the ship inventory. We can refine. The inputs and the outputs both come from the inventory. Right, let's get what I need to get, and we will start with a P-gen right over here. God, this looks majestic, doesn't it? So we can configure the reactor. We can add fuel into the reactor. Now, we actually have a little bit of fuel already. I've not really done any of the processing over there, but we've got fuel in our reactor at the back of our ship. And I'm gonna yoink a little bit. I'm gonna yoink a little bit of fuel from there. We can easily, or relatively easily, I should say, replace it if we need to. What else do I need to build? I need to build a refinery. I need more magnetic coils. Do I seriously need more magnetic coils? Okay, well, that's not a problem, because I think I should have a few more under construction here. Yeah, I got loads of magnetic coils. Let's grab loads of them. Maybe cut back on the amount of... titanium plate refining we're doing. I think we should have enough metallic coils for now, but we can worry about that in a little bit. Right, refinery. Let's get you placed down over here. Grand. And let's build ourselves a science lab. And we'll build ourselves a science lab right over there. Excellent. Mission complete. Select new mission using E. We can do automation, and we can do shipbuilding. Can we pin both of these at the same time? No, we cannot. But we need to research logistics or research the shipyard in order to get up and running. Let's configure the science lab. And in order to In order to unlock material science, we need to input a hull plate or a servo motor or an advanced plate, and that's going to give us a different number of points. Okay, cool. Let's get this started up and running. Let's have a little look at what we want to craft here. We can craft titanium plates, nickel plates. Okay, just the basic sort of stuff. We're going to need to add titanium ore. We get 20 per minute. It still takes 3 seconds, by the way, so that's not a... It's not an amazing deal, to be brutally honest, but, I mean, it's fine. I will yoink, I don't know, what, a couple of titanium bits here? I pretty much take all the titanium. We'll do all the titanium processing. We'll queue up the production of the hydrogen cells right afterwards, I suppose, and then we'll at least get some of the basic stuff started. Jump in here. There we go. Yeah, apparently, yeah, just the same amount of time. So almost certainly worth us getting an additional refinery, if we can manage it. Yeah, I think at least for now, I'm gonna pop down one more refinery over here, and we're gonna get a few more. Yeah, there we go. A few more titanium plates just made on the regular. Now, to research. So we have got a research tech tree. We start with a couple of techs unlocked, which is grand. Our objective at the present moment is to get logistics unlocked, which is going to give me conveyor belts, underground belts, a splitter, just what you like to see. And then over here in the research science lab, we are going to be researching, or we're going to be trying to research material science. Well, not only because it's the only thing that we can do at the moment, but also because underneath logistics 1, it's delineated as a material science research objective, which means that we need to input... What is it? Hull plates? Yeah, it's hull plates. I think we can build an assembler in order to automate the manufacture of hull plates. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll set up the production of 5 material frames. Yeah, because I've got loads. I've got a decent number of these things. We'll get, what, 5 of these guys. Doesn't take very long at all. And then we'll queue up the maximum number of magnetic coils, which will definitely make a difference. Right, there's my 5 coils. Worth noting, by the way, that there's nothing that we can do with silica at the present moment. I'm gonna make the bold assumption that will change, but for now, nothing. Right, an assembler has been built. Already we can start to see a whole bunch of the inputs, the outputs, etc. I'm after hull plates. Let's start the process of automating this. Yeah, I mean, it's a very, very loosely defined automation. I tell you what, though. We got a lot of plates. We got a lot of plates for doing not a lot of effort. We can make 15 per minute. They take, what, 3 titanium plates apiece? We'll max that out at 50. Stack size is 50. That's fine. Let's take you, and let's jump into here. How many research points does it actually take? It takes 10 times material science, so it's going to basically take 10 plates. That's fine. That's only 30... It's only 30 titanium. It's only 30 titanium plates worth of hull plates, so that's okay. Well, this is all humming away nicely. We are absolutely categorically going to need some more space. So that's what we can do. We can jump into the designer, and here we can basically design how we want our space station to look. There are 2 types of functional blocks that we have access to at the moment. I don't think I need to build more of these. These are just the docks and the command module. I don't need any more of these. What I do need more of, though, is additional space. Now, if I want to build this, which I can do, but I need to get a few more hull plates in order to do just that. And if we're able to make that happen, then this side should get expanded, or that side. I can't tell from the perspective, from the perspective of where I am. That being said, I'm also... I maybe have misspoken here. Titanium ore seems to be... We seem to be doing an absolutely fine job. There seems to be no more titanium ore spare. That's quite a good problem to have. It's quite a good problem to have. Let's make some more hull plates because we're going to need these. Yes, logistics has been unlocked. Fantastic. That means it's time to automate, baby, or at least it's time to start the process of automation. I think I need more space to do that, though. I also think I want to immediately jump in and see if we can try and get... mining laser? Oh man, I really want to get a mining laser. Takes 15 material science. There's also, where is it? Yeah, servo motors. I don't know what a servo motor recipe is. 2 titanium and 2 magnetic coils. And that will give me That will give me more points for material science. Yeah, it's 2 points instead of 1 point. So probably worth it in that regard to get that up and running. Silica refining. Silica refining, by the way, has got to lead to basic circuits. It's got to some way be connected to basic circuits. I'm pretty sure about that. Warp fuel, enrichment chamber. No, but what I'm really looking for is the shipyard. Yeah, the shipyard is what we're after next, because the ability to build additional ships and send those ships out to mine resources, well, I think that might just be possible, and indeed what the game is about. Right, let's let that happen. Oh, automation mining drones. We have a new objective to get mining drones. I mean, hell yeah, mining drones? What is this going to take? 30? Mining drone bay? That's what I really want. Screw the shipyard. I want to get mining drones. A mining drone bay. Heck yeah. Right, whilst that's happening, I am going to start piloting this, and I am going to do a little bit of resource harvesting. I want to go and see what that is. But, you know, for now, we'll just chill. There is a map that I can access, which is kind of ridiculous. Looks really, really cool. This is my current vessel here. We can see Water Ice Asteroid. I mean, we're near the big nickel one, right? There's a station quite nearby. That's my station, of course. But there's got to be another station. There's also a star map. There's other stars that we can get access to. What the heck, man? This is kind of crazy. Yeah, human station. This is around another star, I think. Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not really bothered about any of that stuff. What I need to be focused on is I need to go and find some titanium. Whoa. What the heck? What the heck? Am I being attacked? I'm absolutely being attacked. Oh my goodness. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can try and chase this sucker down. I am taking damage, or at least my shields are. I am, honestly, not supremely fantastic at attacking the ships. But it's okay. They attacked me, so I defend myself. That was fine. Right, where's my station? I don't know. I've lost my station. It doesn't particularly matter. Let's go and find some titanium, and then let's head back to the station. Also, that is another one. These guys are baddies, and they're hiding everywhere. Just back from my successful mission to get some more titanium, which is grand. Let's get a bunch more loaded in here. Ah, am I out of power? I'm out of a little bit of juice. That's fine. We can just go back over to here and cancel the construction of a whole bunch of nickel plates and instead let the hydrogen fuel get done. I'm going to build a bunch of magnetic coil. Maybe not that much. Maybe we'll start with just 50. I managed to get a big amount of titanium, and in fact there is a big titanium asteroid that I managed to find, which is really quite nice. Let's get you loaded up here. Let's get you loaded up there. And let's see if we can try and get some more hull plates into here, just so that when the time comes, we are ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I also want to experiment with the belts. Let's get processing, and then let's get belting. Right, turns out when you build these hydrogen fuel cell things, they go straight into the reactor from the local assembler thing over there, which is fine, not necessarily the end of the world. We can start producing them in our station in short order. Right, let's get this reactor back and started. Looking good. Now, I think I want to automate as much as I possibly can the production of hull plates, which will mean that we have to get ourselves just a little bit of extra real estate to play around with. Thankfully, that will only require about 10 hull plates, which is absolutely fine. Let's punt you on... I mean, I'm looking at it from this angle, right? So I'm here. I probably want it to be... I guess this side? Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Why do I not have the ability to do this? Invalid blueprints? Should be valid as far as I'm concerned. Ah, we need to put it into the station storage. That's fine. I'm happy to do that. No big deal. Let's get that in there. This... I need to orient myself, reorient myself. That's fine. Apply the changes. Good. And exit. And suddenly... what do you know? We've got access to a whole bunch of additional space. This is really, really nice. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to... Yes. I want to build a container. And a container... I want the container to probably be here. Okay? So I'm going to come back in. And for now, anyway, I'm going to manually put stuff into the container. The stuff that's going to be in the container is going to be this. There we go. Let's get all of that in there. And from there, I would like to deconstruct that and that. And then from there, we will put in a refinery, I guess, along the wall. Where's the best place? Where's the best place for this? Start here. Start here and see how the belting works. So, we need nickel plate in order to build the belt. But thankfully, we have got, or we should have, plenty of nickel plates already just chilling here. And in fact, you know what? Let's just start the process of refining some more nickel plate. I'm not going to worry about automating the nickel plate production. Like, we're going to worry about this area first. So, output here, output there. Yeah, let's just start with a very simple setup. Into there, looking good. Very, very happy with that. Make sure that we've got the right thing crafted. Nice. And do we have a splitter? We do have a splitter, but it will require a lightweight frame. I'm just trying to think about the best way that we want to, or the way that we want to handle this. Maybe I don't even want to do this here. I think we... There we go. Take that back over there. And then let's try doing something like this. And then, can we split here? I wonder. This is going to be a real test. Let's grab a lightweight frame real quick. Right, lightweight frame acquired. Let's go and build ourselves a splitter. So we want to split in that direction. That works. Okay, that is perfect. So we now have all of the goods coming into here, which I think is exactly what we want to have happening. I wonder. The next refinery is going to go right here. Great. Oh, we can toggle the port from input to output. That's quite nice. So it's going to go in there. We'll start you producing like so. We'll build another splitter here. Because you know what? I'm going to try and future-proof this system. It doesn't need to be absolutely perfect. It just needs to be... good enough. If we see this tick up to 31, then that's great. That's nice. We're going to toggle... We toggle this port. We can't toggle the port now. That's fine. And then we want to grab ourselves a container. We'll put a container... I feel like I need more space. I feel like I might build another area here where we can assemble. But that also might just be a little bit ridiculous. But then again, do I need to use these hull plates for anything else right now? Not really. We're doing a fine job. We need to keep throwing them into here. But as long as I don't do too many, we should be able to just spend them on whatever the heck we want to spend them on. So yeah, let's do it. Let's build a new station 1x1 block over here. We'll do it. Apply the changes. Exit out. And there is a facility right next door, which is perfect. Because in there, we will put a container. Perfect. That's looking good. We are probably going to need more splitters to deal with... That's fine, actually. Yeah, we're probably going to need some splitters in order to condense multiple rows into here. But I think for now, that's a pretty good setup. I'm gonna grab a few more frames to split, and then the assembler, we're gonna move literally right into the corner over here, and then we're gonna have the assemblers along this sort of central section. Very cool. Very rudimentary setup in place here. So, I've got the refineries coming, and I need to get a splitter into... What, into here? Can I will be able to change this, I hope. The port situation. But, yeah, for now... So does that allow you to go in there? And then over here, down... Yep, into there. Great. Does that count as an input, or does that need to count as an output? I'm not sure. There we go. That port is toggled. Can I toggle this port as well? Ugh. I may not be able to toggle the ports on the splitter here. Evenly divides? Yeah, maybe if it's just a divider. Okay, well, maybe we can come back to that. For now, I mean, I'm just going to have to... There we go. Just going to have to leave that as is. Anyway, over here, we have got ourselves the big old assembler. The assembler is going to make us some hull plates, which is great. We do not have any power at the present moment. That's okay. Out here, we have got the area that the hull plates are going to go to, and then from there, they're going to go into this area, the science lab, and this is a very temporary setup. This is maybe more permanent, but at least it is something. It's looking pretty good, though. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty darn good. How many titanium plates do I have? A decent number. That's fine. Okay, let's throw in a little bit of additional fuel. I mean, I don't really need to make much more fuel, to be honest. In fact, I think I might just yoink it from here, which is a very bad habit, but it's a habit that I'm going to continue to do because it doesn't really cost that much fuel to run our space operation. It's relatively simple. There we go. Looking good. Let's get all of this up and running again. Fantastic. Looking very nice. Hull plates being manufactured. They're being buffered there as well, or at least they will be buffered when we don't need them anymore. And yeah, we should have mining drones in no time at all. Let's go and collect a few additional resources, which I can do off camera whilst we are waiting for all of this to happen, and then we can come back and explore what mining drones actually do. And what do we have here? It's a big ice asteroid. Very, very nice. So not necessarily going to stay here for too long, but what I will do in this instance is nab enough ice to make it worth my while, and then immediately see if we can try and... There we go. Make sure that this is added as a waypoint on my map system, which is pretty darn good. And so I can come back here if and when I need to. I will also, real quick, just step into here and immediately start the process of making 162 hydrogen cells, which will keep me going for a decent while. And we arrive back at the station with just 2% of the progress remaining on the research. What's the issue here? Is it power? It is absolutely power, which is why I nabbed a whole bunch of... There we go, these fuel cells that will allow us to get back up and running. I've got plenty of titanium that we are still working on. Mining drones have been unlocked. Yes, 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 yes. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. This is all looking good, build a mining drone bay. Yes, I would love to do that. I would very, very much like to do that. I think we'll probably need a few more hull plates, so probably just going to yoink these suckers here. We may need some modular frames, some other bits and bobs, but, you know, that's fine. That's a bridge that we can cross when we come to it. So, mining drone bay. We need 10 hull plates, 10 lightweight frames, 10 magnetic coils, and it looks like we add it on basically just like any other module. I mean, is there a specific place that we want to put it? Here? Maybe even here? I feel like this is my industrial side, but I feel like we should, like, expand... I feel like we should expand out with another cube here. And then maybe have it, like, right next to the docking port. Yeah, I think I'll go and collect some cubes and do that. Right, let's get our next cube over here. And then let's get a mining drone bay right next door. We should have all of the materials needed to make it work. Let's do it. And then let's go and check out... Let's go and check out the mining drone bay. Automation mission is completed. Let's work on ship upgrading now. We can at least start the progress on that. Where is it? Shipyard's down at the bottom here. Let's do it. Get that added to the queue. Very nice. And then the drone bay should be right next door here. Aha. Okay, what have we got? We can pet the drone? Great. And we can pet the drone. Is that it? What the heck? Is that the docking port? I think that's the docking port. Right, let's configure the drone bay. Start mining? Oh, interesting. We can set the filter to mine titanium ore. I think that's what we pretty much want to do. Where are they going to go and mine? I wonder where they're going to go and mine. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to go and do their thing. If I look on the map, can we see? Can we see at a glance where they are? Let's see. I mean, that scout ship is mine. Doesn't look like the drones immediately appear. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. We're okay with that. If I select the Y button, that doesn't show my drones up either. Okay, so I guess we just have to wait until they do their thing. They come back, and depending on how much they bring back, we can determine if we need to build another one. Am I content with this position? Potentially not. But look, it's not going to be the most challenging thing in the world for us to just belt from here to there. If that's... Oh, you're back? Amazing. Okay, you're both back? Yeah, you're both back. And we get 40. So we get 20. We get 20 of any resource. So we're going to want probably 2 other drone bays. One for water, one for nickel. And then we're just going to have to feed that belt wherever we go. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So I've drastically upgraded my plate making facilities. Now, I'm not exactly supplying enough titanium at the moment, but theoretically, this entire room can handle 2 full belts coming at a rate of, I think it's like 60, yeah, 60 items per minute. So 60 items per minute down this belt, 60 items per minute down this belt. I think that's the right ratio because we make 20 titanium belts per minute, and each one consumes 1 titanium ore. So theoretically, if we have a full belt, then we can handle a full belt of titanium inputs and a full belt of titanium outputs on both sides of the room. Now, I've got a container up here that connects to one of them, and then the other 2 belt in. And then I have a belt that takes it all the way across the top of the room into another sort of interstitial container. And then that interstitial container merges to my current container setup. And that's kind of how I'm going to handle things for now. I have disconnected this, at least temporarily. I'm now going to bring it back up online because I needed a few of the extra resources. Doesn't particularly matter. Really, really easy to reconnect, and it'll just immediately resume making some of these hull plates. So, speaking of, the shipyard has been built, or at least, no, it hasn't been built yet, but it's been researched. That's the word that I'm looking for. Station decoration, mining laser. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of a mining laser is pretty darn cool. It's going to take me 15 blocks. I like the idea of that a lot. Mining drones, definitely good, but we're going to need way more of them. I mean, just categorically, way more of them. So we're going to need to get that sorted. A ladder, the ability to build upwards. I am super interested in that. Let's start work on the mining laser, at least for now, because that's fine. That's something for the research station to tick away on whilst we're waiting. Total consumption, total production. Consumption is super low because we're just not getting enough resources. What I think we're going to need to do is I think we're going to need to go way bigger with this mining operation here. I mean, it's good. I mean, we'll throw that in there as well for good measure. It's fine. It's good, but we need way more. We need way more titanium coming in, especially to power all of this operation. So anyway, that's just something to think about. Now, I do have a couple of components in here. There's not a huge amount that I want to do. I can add those components in. What do we need in order to build a shipyard? A shipyard core and a shipyard side. Okay, we can extend the reach of the shipyard. I mean, I want this area to be mining drones, but I think what I'm going to have to do is extend this over here. Yeah, I just don't want to touch any... I don't want to touch anything over there. What I think we'll maybe do is build the shipyard core here, right? So we're going to need to get a few more lightweight frames. That's okay. That's easy to do. And then the shipyard site, where does this go? Aha! This builds along. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm very okay with that, I think. So in order to do that, and in order to build, well, presumably ships... We're going to need a few more lightweight frames, but that's okay. So, I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. This is a good setup. This drone bay doesn't necessarily have to be here. We could move it somewhere else. We can move it over to the other side. But, I mean, it needs to be in this vicinity. But it also obviously needs to be facing outside. That is absolutely imperative. Right, let's go and grab ourselves some more of the reinforced frames, which I have here. I think I needed, what, like 18? So if I put in some titanium there, we'll get that all made, and then that should give me enough resources to move on. I'm gonna need to sort out nickel plate extraction at some point, but that's a problem for a future potato. For now, let's just get like 20 light frames and then make our way back and build the shipyard. Right, I think we'll just build this for now. We'll get it built. The shipyard core is all that we really require in order to get access to the next mission. Ship upgrading, yep, we'll go and deal with that in just a sec. That's the mining drone area. This is the shipyard core. Can I not get in here? Is it not possible? So in order to use the shipyard, we have to have an existing ship docked at it. So let's undock our scout vessel. Let's turn it around. Where are you? Let me reverse a little bit. That is where we were docked, the docking station. And we need to be docked at this son of a gun over here. Station dock. Shipyard dock, that's the one. Shipyard dock, boom. It's weird, but it's good enough. Let's unseat ourselves there. And then this is the way out. Perfect. So it looks like... Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It looks like... Is there a way that I can unstuck? Yes. It looks like there is a... That's a problem. Can I just real quick take a little look at how this place is supposed to work? Do I maybe want to... Do I maybe want to change it round to here? That seems like a good idea. I feel like that is almost certainly a bad idea, because if I do that, that will end up ruining my chances of... This is cursed. This is cursed. I need to change the positioning of this, because this is not going to work, is it? Yeah, this is... Okay, this is a little cooked. Let me see if I can try and fix this. Right, there we go. Got it working. We have got everything docked in place. Yeah, the shipyard needs to be facing outwards. That was my issue. We can configure the shipyard. Excellent. That's my ship inventory, if I'm not mistaken, or my station inventory. Now we can use the shipyard in order to configure this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, we have the objective to add new modules to the ship and to build a habitat and build a plasma cannon. Oh, I mean, this just looks so dope, doesn't it? Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that we can clearly add. I mean, the habitat is a basic building block. I mean, is there anywhere that I want it to sort of go? I mean, yeah, we probably want to move this back a little bit and squeeze that into there. Then that can go into there like so. Delete you. Plasma cannon and a tractor beam. Okay. The plasma cannon needs to go... I don't have a plasma cannon. Ooh, interesting. We can't just build it on the top. That's a bit of a shame. What's that? That's a tractor beam, and that just chills. That just chills on the top. Docking collar. We've got the docking collars there. The thrusters, we've got like so. I mean, can I build a habitat on top of the existing habitat? We can, but we would need to go... In fact, that's what I'll do. I need to go, instead of pressing shift, I need to press space, and space moves me up 4 levels. That is so horrific. But that's okay. So that goes there. Then we build dual cannons. I don't even know. Can we rotate these to go on the side, or do they have to... I mean, that looks like it does go on the top. It absolutely does, but we need to go up another level. Okay. That's fine. Mining laser. I don't think the mining laser can go on the side. Let's do apply changes to that. Build a mining laser. Oh, that was all that we needed. That was literally the only other thing that we needed to do. Oh, look at how good this looks. This looks so darn cool. I think I want to remove... Go down a level. I think I want to remove this plasma cannon. Can we remove the plasma cannon? Why can't I remove things? What's going on? There we go. Got it. Okay, great. And then a mining laser. We need to go up a level, punt it down there. And we got plenty of resources to make it happen. Look at this! Look at this! Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good. Okay, we've completed the mission. Is that all that there is for missions? I'm not sure. I think so. Now, we can't build We can't build a super large. Can we go up here? Yeah, we can't go up there. I wonder if we need to unlock the ladder tech before being able to do that. Let's jump into the pilot seat because, man, this looks pretty flippin' cool. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, I didn't even really talk about how autopilot works. It's disabled at the moment, but we can basically just say, hey, if we want to dock at a specific area, or if we want to go to a specific station, or at a wait condition, we can absolutely do that. I need to... There we go. Disable the autopilot. Fantastic. I don't know how that was set up beforehand, but that is good. Okay, we got a tractor beam. We got a mining laser. Let's find a suitable rock. That titanium asteroid's a little bit too far away. There's my glorious space station. Oh, it looks so good. I need to definitely get more mining drones. That is the one... It's the one piece of the jigsaw puzzle that I think is not good. Also, more thrusters on this sucker would be pretty darn sweet. I think, by the way, because my ship has gotten a lot heavier, it is actually slightly slower to accelerate, even when we're going at, like, giga speed. Yep, we've activated the baddie enemy. Oh, that's so darn sick, though. So darn sick. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Let's attack you. Beautiful. Also looks like we got repaired as well, which is nice, by the little time that we spent in the dry dock. That's very nice. Pretty darn sweet. Okay, I mean, look, great. We can do... Let's go and test you out. Great. So that we can do some more advanced mining. I'm not sure that I'm necessarily overly bothered about how that is all working, but I mean, it's good. It's definitely... What am I bouncing off here? To be fair, the size of this thing is now pretty darn large. There we go. Get around the big old asteroids, and then see how the mining laser works. I think it'll be a more effective way to mine. Hard to tell though, you know, at a glance. But I mean, that is a heck of a lot of ice, to be honest. It's pretty good. Pretty good, and the fact that they both work at the same time is quite nice. Means that we're getting extra bang for our buck as well with our plasma cannon. Pretty darn cool. Okay, let's disconnect. And hold on, before we do disconnect, I want to just make sure that I've got all of the bits of ice here. Great. Sit in the seat, and then add a destination, navigate to the station, and yeah, we'll just chill at the shipyard at the space dock. Look at how cool this is. And then meanwhile, whilst that is all going on, we can literally just come in here and say, hey, build the hydrogen fuel things, get that all sorted, and we will literally just, in a very bit of a jumpy manner, but we will fly to the space station, which is pretty darn sweet. Now, we don't have any available missions currently, but I should at least set up the next level of research. An enrichment chamber? I kind of like the idea of an enrichment chamber. Further refine resources for more potent forms. There's no way that we can actually make that yet. The ladder seems pretty good. The ship armor, A warp drive? Is that going to get me to other stars? Requires warp fuel. I think we've already got the warp drive, or at least we've got a reactor module, which looked kind of similar to the warp drive at the back. Solar panels. This will give me power, presumably. Reinforced glass, nickel. Servo motors, I mean, it's boring to do, I suppose. Servo motors and silica refining, we're going to get both of those because, I mean, I need the ability. Look at how good this looks. I need the ability to just get resources in absolute abundance, so that is what we are going to do. Also going to punt a few of these in here and start the process of making a whole bunch of these frames. Repair kits as well, just to do basic repairs to the ship. Might not be the craziest of ideas. We might want to do that. I like this. I like this a lot. I am having a really, really, really good time. I am so impressed at how this all comes together. Are you still... God, that's such an ominous view, isn't it? God, it's a cool one, though, isn't it? It's a cool one. Pet the drone? Excuse me? Are you... Oh! That might be a bit of a problem. It seems like we don't have the resources required in order to build... Or in order to harvest resources with a drone. Now, is that necessarily a problem? No, and I'll tell you why it's not a problem. Because we can always get ourselves a secondary starter station. We need 20 hull plates and 10 lightweight frames necessary to do it. But I mean, I've got most of them right here. But what we can do is we can set up a station right next to... We can set up a station right next to the big... Where is it? The big asteroid. Silica asteroid? No, not that one. Whatever the... Yeah, this one is over here. We can set up a... Whoops. Okay, it likes to disappear for a little bit and then reload back in. Yeah, we can set up a station right over here. And it's not going to cost us that much to do at all. And then we just get more drones that just chill right over there. And then just mine the big asteroid. Yeah, I think we're going to do exactly that. All right, we're about 300 meters away from the asteroid here. A starter station in this location surely would be in close enough proximity to the asteroid in order to get pretty much every little scrap of resource out of here. So, I mean, what would we need to get done here? I mean, there must be, like, some tech that would allow me to do... I mean, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from just building... I mean, yeah, I guess I can just build a normal ship in the shipyard, make sure that it's kitted out with the resources that I want, and then just set up a simple relay. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So, let's get every single valuable resource that I've got from the pile here. So we'll take that, take a little bit more of those, take a few of those. Will I even need... I don't even know if I'll need... I don't even know if I'll need this place to be powered. Throw that in there, throw that in there, throw a few more in there for good measure. That's fine. So what do I really need as a sort of basic resource? I do need a dock. Let's go down to level 4. I need a dock, but we've already got a dock. The base model comes with a dock. We'll get one of these. Great. We need some magnetic coils. You know what? Let me just get those added to the mix before we commit to building something properly. We need 10 coils. So, I'll do 53. That's fine. That'll use everything up here. Let's wait for that to get done, and then let's build. Right. So I think that should be everything that I need in order to make a pretty sort of comprehensive little mining outpost station, which is just so cool. I mean, it really is. The fact that you can just do this sort of stuff just is great. I absolutely love it. So, by my very rough calculations, we should be able to put one of these things here and then surround the entire area with... Yep, there we go. Thank you for saving it at a very inopportune moment, video game. But we should be able to surround this area with 3... Yeah, perfect. 3 little mining drones. Excellent. Let's get that locked in. Fantastic. And then if I just run back into the corridor here, we are going to set each of these mining drone bays. Start mining titanium. Obviously, we only really care about titanium. I suspect... I will probably want to get additional outposts to do, you know, different resources in due course. But for now, this is what we need. This is what we need. So, belt. The belt situation. We need titanium plates and nickel plates. And I actually have plenty of titanium plates. If I jump into here, and then I just yoink everything out of there. Because what we really need to do is we need to deliver to this dock, right? So we need to say, hey, it needs to be a... We need to load both with titanium ore. Rename the station. We will call this Titan Station. There we go. That's actually quite a decent name. Titan Station, we will make it a... I don't know. Ooh, look at that. We can customize the entire paint job for the entire thing. Okay. That horrific colors. Absolutely horrific colors. But you're never going to forget where you are. You're literally never going to forget where you are. So what I want to do is I think I want to consolidate. I want to consolidate down into a single... There we go. Into a single facility in the middle. Now, I think we should have... plenty of... I think we should be able to manage with just one single belt out from all of these places. Although that being said, we might need 2. We might need 2. Either way, let's do a single belt first, right? Do a single belt to here. Great. And then down. Oops. And down. Make sure that we set a marker on the way. Sometimes it does like to not build the belt. It might be if I'm standing in that location, it doesn't like to build it. What am I missing? Check my inventory. Almost certainly titanium plates. That's okay, because I think we've actually been manufacturing a few titanium plates just at the refinery here. I mean, I do have an absolute abundance of titanium. There we go. We're working on the titanium plates as we speak. Got an absolute abundance of titanium ore. This is the ship inventory, by the way. It's the ship inventory at the present moment, but obviously I'm going to change the ship to have a different inventory sort of style system. Like, we're going to have a bespoke ship doing this run. It's not going to be my personal scout ship, you know? That's the dream anyway. Right. That will automatically conform there. That's good. Kind of building this because I thought I would run out of building materials, but I don't think I have yet. So that's nice at least, and that will get us... We should be decreasing... In fact, no, we're not going to be decreasing the number of bits of ore that we've got. But that's looking not too bad. That's looking not too bad. But we've got 3 full belts coming in, basically. And we have got loads and loads of titanium spare. And that is... I believe... It doesn't look like it, but that is 2 full belts that are going out. So that's quite a decent... That's quite a decent loading operation, if I do indeed say so myself. Can we do open inventory here? I don't know what this does. I mean, maybe we could get ourselves another dock, right? I think this just will add to the station inventory, but I don't think I really want to do that. I mean, we could do... We could, like, remove the command station. I don't know why we'd want to do that. Or we could get, like, a second level. You know, that is very, very possible. And on this second level, basically have the same sort of mining operation. I really, really like that idea a lot. But, you know, at least for now, this is what we have. We're going to load titanium. We're going to unload titanium back at the base. I think I'm happy with this. Let's unload here. Dock with Titan station, no. We want to go back to the regular station. But I'm thinking that this is beneath me. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a station dock order, and then delete it actually, and then add a station dock order, and then enable autopilot, and that will allow us to get back really, really quite quickly. It doesn't look like I can stop piloting because we'll get there eventually. It doesn't look like the name of the station has changed on the little, oops. On the little manifest over here. Hull 170. Yeah, they're just both called station. I think the station with the less hull is Titan station, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. Let's dock up, and then let's see if we can try and build a brand new spaceship from scratch in order to do our little sort of ferry runs. Oh, this is so cool. It's absolutely so darn cool. I love it. So I need to configure the dock to unload titanium and unload titanium. And then if we unload basically to a container right here, I think that's probably the sensiblest thing to do. Must attach station? Colliding? What? Excuse me? What's the issue here? Colliding? Colliding with what? Maybe we need to move this further back? Maybe I need to build this first? Colliding? What the heck are you colliding with? Why is this not working? We might have to... If this just decides not to work for whatever reason, we might have to put in a different dock somewhere. I did see it initially working there. But yeah, apparently you're just not keen to work. Is it because I've already set this up to unload something? Maybe I set something else to unload. Try now. Must attach the station. Colliding. Yeah, really not sure why that is the case. The problem is, this is a really, like, critical... This is a really critical location for us, so I think I need to maybe, real quick, go in here and just remove this and then rebuild Needs to be built in that direction. Needs to make sure that we're on the same level. Rebuild that in there. Apply changes. Maybe that quick little nice refresh will work for us. We can but hope. No, it still says colliding. I don't know what it could possibly be colliding with. Colliding with something. Right, so I don't know why, but having the dock positioned here just was very, very problematic. I think there was some sort of, like, bug where it just wasn't going to work. Either way, I've moved it around to here, which I realize is not necessarily ideal. Shipyard is just up at the top there. But, you know, it's fine. There's clearly some, like, issues with the sort of areas that adjoin, and if it's not, like, perfectly lined up or something, I'm not really sure what the issue was, but I just know with, like, 99% certainty it wasn't my fault. Either way, we need to set this to do unload and unload. This can be station dock. This can be, we'll call this titanium. Yeah, titanium dock, which is great. We'll set that up as the titanium docking point. I will probably, I mean, I'll probably just get another, do I have enough resources for this? I'll probably just get another dock over here. Yeah, I absolutely do. Is that lined up? See, it doesn't look perfectly lined up, does it? But I'm really not sure what the issue is. But like, I'll rebuild it and I'll show you. I'm just not able to. Yeah, see, look at that. It just doesn't want to work. Either way, don't really care about that. But all that I need to do with this thing is I need to set up the scout to add a destination, navigate to the station dock, and then enable autopilot, and that should mean that this, that this end should be freed up, which is great. Very happy with that. And then soon you'll arrive here. You'll give me a few additional resources. Oh. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. See the docking issues that I'm experiencing here? Not ideal. Definitely something buggy with this. Delete and go to titanium dock here. Yeah, fine. Really not sure why that's the case, but yeah, not ideal. Very, very much not ideal. The point is, we'll get the resources coming in here. I need to get a bit of belts that will go this way. Yep. And I should have enough to do a little journey like this. I hope. Amazing. Get that all punted in there. Fantastic. And I will get a secondary belt as and when I need it. But for now, we've got that docked in there, which is great. I would like to go and have a little look and see if I can put a few extra resources into the ship construction area. I'm definitely going to need some more hull plates. I mean, categorically going to need some more hull plates. There's also some tech that I may be interested in picking up, like a container module, the ability to store resources. That'd be kind of cool. But let's just have a little look. Can I open up a? Yeah, I don't have a blueprint at the moment. But I mean, what do we really need? A small reactor, some thrusters. We don't actually need a cockpit, do we? I mean, I guess we probably do from the basis of if it's not got a cockpit, it probably can't be assigned some instructions, but that's okay. Some small thrusters, so we get you there. I mean, flip like so. Okay, good. Do I even need anything else? A docking station? Yeah. Oh, that cannot be... Okay, that has to be at the side. Then let's get the thrusters moved back, much like the design of my current ship. It's fine, it's fine. A reactor at the back. The reactors definitely feel like they're designed to go at the back. Docking station over there. And that's all I think that we really need. I don't know how much the small habitat actually gives me, but I certainly don't need any of these bits and bobs. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm quite happy with this. We'll call this freight freighter. There we go. We'll call this freighter. And 31 hull plates, 5 of these things. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Right, managed to yoink some plates from my research facility, which is grand. Gonna head in quickly here just to see if there's anything else that I need to get assembling on the machine. Still making these things. That's great. I'll get some more plates on the go, which is grand. And then I'm gonna need to make another dock, am I? Because I'm not gonna be able to keep the ship docked here. Because obviously we're gonna be unloading titanium into this facility any moment now. But it doesn't particularly matter. So head on over to configure shipyard. Punt this into there. Construct a new ship. The freighter. We need some more magnetic coils. Do I need more magnetic coils? No, I should have everything. Ah, no, lightweight frames. We need 35 lightweight frames. No, we only need 2 lightweight frames. What's the issue? Hull plates, we got more than enough. This is how many we need. This is how many we have. How many we need, how many we have. How many we need, how many we have. So why can't I build you? I can build you. Okay, great. That was very easy. So, I think we've got everything that we possibly need. I mean, if I have a little look here, we can see, yep, we've got a ship inventory, which is good. Autopilot, yep. Fire groups, yep, we don't care about any of that nonsense. All I'm going to do is undock here, redock immediately, actually, because I do not care about anything. I don't care about doing anything with this ship. All that we need to do is head on out here. We're going to go into the autopilot mode. The new ship is going to be renamed. How do I rename the new ship? Can we do that through the piloting interface? If I press E, there we go. Rename. We're going to call this F1. Beautiful. F1. Let's make it a purple, blue, lavender sort of style color. Servo motors have been unlocked. Excellent. Okay, and then with that, we will not pilot. Oh, look at how good this all looks. Do I need to assign you some resources? Yeah, you know what? I will give you some resources. That should be plenty. I don't know how much you need in order to survive. Maybe you would sort of like limp along if there was a sort of like a slow mode, like a go slow mode. Either way, we're going to select the destination. We're going to select Titan Station. We're going to say wait condition. Wait for, I don't know, 50. I don't know what the maximum pile is, but I mean, let's say 300 for now. Say titanium is equal to greater than or equal to 300, which in purpose means that we're just going to wait until 300 titanium. Then we add the destination of the titanium dock, add a wait condition, wait until there is exactly 0 titanium waiting, and that's fine. Cool. So we get you to navigate to Titan Station, and you should be away, right? Disabled, enabled, and zoom, you are away. Fantastic. So, let's get the scout round to a destination, to the shipyard dock. There we go, so that at least we can get you out of the way. And if I see some titanium coming through here, then we know that this system will have worked. It was a little bit of a faff to get to this point, but you know what? We have managed. This dock needs to be deconstructed because it frankly does not work. Apply changes, exit. Yeah, I mean, it literally just doesn't work. And so I see there's some weird thing where it's still in collision mode, even though, you know, we've destroyed it already. Anyway, we're on to silica refining. We obviously have no titanium left. We are waiting for our titanium to come through here. We are still processing titanium plates. That's looking good. We have got 39 titanium plates here. I'll take a few out of there. That's fine. That's fine. Man, this looks so darn good. Looks so darn good. So, I've done servo motors. What do we need? What do we need in order to make servo motors? We craft them in an assembler. Titanium plates, magnetic coils. I think we need to start making a lot more of everything. Let's give the game a little bit of a moment to get the titanium plates that we need. I mean, if I jump into this mode here, there we go. We can see F1. We can't see on board. We can't see on board F1. So we can't see, you know, how much stuff is in the inventory. But we'll be able to see when you head out. And hopefully you come back to my station. This looks so cool. This is so cool. My freighter is on the move. It is making the journey back. Look at this. It's all automated. There's no involvement. It's just coming. It's just working. Oh, it's fantastic. Okay, yeah, we are obviously right next to this nickel asteroid. I'm thinking maybe that we want to remove this mining dock here. I mean, obviously, it's really easy for us to grab, I mean, a functionally infinite amount of nickel, but we should at least be a little bit more careful about how we are sort of doing that. Where's F1? You should be close. Yeah, you're very, very close to docking. Love it. Love, love, love it. Have I unlocked ladders yet? I need to unlock ladders. Let's add that to the queue. We've got silica refining, which unlocks silica wafers, reinforced glass, windows. Very cool. There we go. Look at this. Configure the dock. It's unloading exactly what it should be unloading. It's unloading fast. 2 belts. This is amazing. This is really, really good. And so it might take a little bit of time, and I certainly think that there will be upgrades. Maybe not necessarily in this specific version of the game, in this build of the game. There will definitely be upgrades to increase belt speed. I don't think there is any at the moment, but yeah, there will be some. There will be some at some point for sure. Now, ladder, yep, I would like that a lot. I got distracted. I was building a secondary belt over here, but I ran out of resources. And so I would like to instead yoink a few of these things in there. Maybe I've got some more titanium on the ship. Let's go and check that out. Nice, just enough to finish the job. Let's get that all pumped into there. That's good. That is 2 full belts. That is 2 full belts of titanium plate output. All working, all coming through, all feeding into one single storage bin. That is absolutely perfect. Very, very chuffed with that. We should slowly but surely be getting the right number of resources. I don't know how many. Can I get on here? I can. I need to pilot. I need to pilot, and then I need to go to E. So yeah, it does take like a long time to unload. I'm going to quickly, hold on, stop piloting and then jump off because I know that it's going to be departing soon. Yeah, it does take a long time to load, and it takes quite a lot of time to unload as well. I mean, with that in mind, we should probably build ourselves a brand new freighter. We should get ourselves F2, if the naming scheme is to be maintained. But for now, there we go. There, it's away. But I mean, honestly, heck yeah, this flippin' works. This flippin' works. We are able to automate the collection process of all of my bits and bobs. That's great. Okay, let's get you removed. Yeah, we'll get that out of there. What do I need to do next? I mean, this has got to be shipyard area. I feel like I should be building down here. We don't need a dock, actually. We should just get a mining bay. Get a mining bay there. And then a few more station blocks here. That's too many, apparently. Build this. Build this, and then that will be... Where is it? It's down here, isn't it? Yeah. This will be my sort of collection and processing area for nickel. That's what I'm thinking. So, we know that instead of organize and then just punt all this into here, we know how this is going to work, right? So we'll select that, enable the mining of nickel. We know what we want to do here. We want to have basically the same setup that we've got with this operation. I don't think there are blueprints for buildings yet, by the way. That's a bit of a shame. So we know that we... Do I seriously have no... Oh, I've got no power. That's fine. There's still resources that are backlogging, though. That's a bit of an annoyance. Sure, I'll throw extra stuff in there. But yeah, we know what we need. We need all of this setup to basically be replicated over here in this first room. And then the reason that I was building an access area is because I want to do my advanced manufacturing up here, or in, you know, the space that this area could inhabit. So that's probably going to be fine. The real issue is just going to be getting more titanium, and that's what I really seem to need more of. I just need more and more and more titanium. I think I've pumped enough facilities in there. I mean, is this what I really want to do? To be fair, I probably don't need to have this facility. Ditch that, and then just get this in here. So this is going to be empty. Can be for now. This is filled with my processing, my titanium processing. This will be filled with my nickel processing. Is that what I want? Yeah, I feel like that's totally fine. Feel like that is totally fine. Okay, we just lost a gargantuan amount of nickel, as it turns out. I guess it was just deleted, yeeted from the world. Do I care about it? I mean, I care about it on some level. It's not that big of a deal on another level, but it's fine. All right, let's go and yoink a bunch of resources from the shipyard, because they are all still there, and my ship is also just chilling. So let's get all the resources, and then let's get a production setup set up. I'm honestly so happy with how this entire operation is looking. I've had some more ideas as well. I've got about half of the room set up over here. We've got 3 refineries, all feeding into this container right here. What I'm about to do is get the assembler. This is going to be the assembler that will assemble the magnetic coils. And I think, honestly, we need nickel plate. That's fine. We got loads here. I think that is going to be, right? That will be pretty much not every basic resource that I need, but kind of close to it. What I'm also thinking is, why don't I get another drone dock right in here and then have a basic sort of manufacturing process for power and have my power buildings in here. I'm probably at the stage where I'm going to need a second reactor. Pretty soon probably. But I mean, I've got the location mapped for a... Where is it? Water asteroid. Yeah, I got the location mapped for a water asteroid somewhere. And it wouldn't be the craziest idea in the world just to get another freighter that does water deliveries to here, get it all set up to configure, produce, and just do all of the power stuff in this room. I think that's probably what I'm going to sort of lean towards. But certainly getting this assembler to manage this magnetic coil production in this room, I mean, it's a big win. We got loads and loads of nickel. The fact that we can do it all locally is fantastic. Yeah, we've even got loads of nickel spare, to be honest. I think we might get away with just one. Maybe we need to get a second drone bay. We can maybe get another drone bay over there and feed it in somehow. Or maybe move this back by 1 and put another block in here. I don't know. It doesn't really particularly matter for now. But yeah, this is looking good. Oh yeah, I've also set up a facility that will make not a huge number of lightweight frames, because I don't need a huge number of lightweight frames, but yeah, we've got basically everything in production. I mean, what else can we make at the assembler? I have, of course, got the servo motor. That's what we're moving towards. Yeah, repair kits. Still not done anything with that at all. But we're making that, we're making that, we're making that. That's pretty good going. So, what I think I'm going to go and do is I am going to get... Because, yeah, this is just running out. It's going to run out far too fast, especially when everything is in operation. I'm going to get another space station up and running. I'm going to get another docking port. I'm going to automate the production of power. And we are going to get deliveries of... In fact, well, we should probably get more deliveries of titanium, because even at our current rate, it's just not good enough. But yeah, that's okay. Let's go and get that stuff done. And would you look at that? That is 2 mining drone bays. I think that's going to be more than enough for the resources that we require. I'm going to yoink all of this stuff back out to make sure that I don't take it or don't leave it. We're going to turn you to start mining water. Boom, you're going to head off immediately to the water asteroid. Boom and boom. Fantastic. That's looking good. Let's get ourselves a container right in the center here. Is that good? Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. And then we'll get... hold on. Do I need to set this to... Configure dock. Oh, don't do me dirty like this, video game. Configure dock. We want to go to water, load, water. Rename, we're going to call this water dock. Yep. It's like a Bugs Bunny joke. And then we just have to hope that, yep, it all connects up well. So there's no bug present, at least not now anyway. Hey, look, I'm sure the bugs will be flattened and squashed in due course, but at least for now it's a little bit of an annoyance. I can get 19 more bits of belt. Will that be enough belt to belt this entire operation? I think if it's not, it'll be darned close. There we go. And 2 bits away. What do we need more of? More titanium plate? I think I have some titanium plate on the ship. I mean, if I don't, it's not necessarily the end of the world. I got 6 titanium plate. I think that might be good enough. Either way, this is working. It's totally good enough. This is working flawlessly. This is working brilliantly. Oh, that's so easy to set up as well. It's so darned easy. That's really, really good. Okay, I think I've done everything that I need to do here. Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything else. I think it's all kind of just optional here. So, pilots, undock. Let's set up to go home. Shipyard dock, that is actually where I wanted to go. Shipyard dock, enable autopilot. And then, yeah, let's head home and get this all sorted. So, this is the water unloading port right at the back. I think we just need an assembler here. I mean, I want to get a buffer solution, obviously. But, I mean, if we have the assembler here, for example. I mean, the process... Ooh. We don't even put it in an assembler. Do we refine? Do we refine it? I guess we must, right? Yeah. Okay, so it's literally just 4 water from a refiner. I don't think... Maybe this is just crazy. I don't think we're going to need that much production. So, I mean, it might be worth getting a refiner at either side here. I mean... And then having the power plants at the other side of the room. I think we are... I mean, that just seems a bit stupid, to be honest. I should probably get the refiners over here. Yeah, so we'll line it up like so. We'll get a splitter to do that in there. Yeah. Then we'll we'll bring it round the edge. We'll have a buffer right over here, and then we will have the power plants at the other side of the room. I think that's the solution for now. We've obviously got 1 power plant over here, which is great. I've also disconnected this belt just so that I can yoink the titanium plates a little bit more consistently, because it doesn't really seem to be any buffer in this chest, because we're just using the resources as soon as we get them. That being said, I mean, I can yoink all of the pieces from the science lab, and that will give me more than enough to play around with, to be honest. That'll probably get this entire area done, or if not, close to it. So, over to there. Great. What do we need? We need magnetic coils, which we are now manufacturing. We are manufacturing literally everything. We're not buffering them, but I'm okay with that, because I want to buffer a few plates as well. And until I get the rest of this room set up, we're just going to continue to sort of, like, manually access things. Right, so you're going to go there. You're going to go there. We can obviously only manage 3 thingies. 3 belts on the route. So, I mean, that's even a redundant... It's even a redundant operation there. It's fine. Great. That's fine. That looks good. I think. Yep, we're happy with that. We need to obviously set it up so that it will refine hydrogen fuel. Refine hydrogen fuel. And refine hydrogen fuel. Perfect. Let's get the tried and tested, patented Orbital Potato system, which is this. Can I even get out of here now? Can I walk through? I can still get out of this side. That's good at least. But once I've built this, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get back in. Right. There. Good. That's all set up. Fantastic. So that will give us everything that we could possibly need. Do I have any... Don't have any water on my inventory to test, but that's fine. I suppose we could build... I mean, it does kind of limit me because I only have space for like 2 power generators here. Maybe 3 if I'm really, really careful. But, I mean, I don't think I'm actually that bothered. I mean, we're just using the fuel so darn fast. Let's take it out of here. Let's destroy this power generator. If we need to sort out... If we need to sort out another power solution, then we can. For now, though, let's just get... Let's get 2. Yeah, we can absolutely only squeeze 2 in here. Yeah, maybe not... Maybe not the best planning. I mean... Could I extend out that way? I could extend out that way. In that area, that was where we had... that was where we did have the sort of, like, visual... In fact, it wasn't even a visual issue. It was an issue. It was a bug. That was where we had the bug between the rooms. So, maybe that will fix itself if we do something like this. I need to walk around here because we don't have any other access. Tried and tested, patented Orbital Potato delivery system works in this configuration as well. This is good. And then we can basically extend out as much as we need power generators on both sides here, I guess. Yeah. I mean, that's probably overkill. Let's line you up so that this fits in a nice sort of configuration. There we go. Yeah. I don't mind that at all. I mean, this will look a little bit ugly, but I'm okay with that. What is the run rate of... What's the run rate of these power generators? I am not sure, but I suspect that the more that we're running, the less each individual one needs to be powered. Either way, let's get this configured so that we can handle up to 4. I think in reality we're probably not going to need 4. I mean, basically one. See that? Is there? Yeah. See that? There's definitely some. There's something that stops me from building there. I think it's the existence of the old dock, but I couldn't confirm that. Right. Let's get. In fact, you know what? Let's just get this to distribute the hydrogen cores. I think that is absolutely perfect. And so then we will see exactly how this works. Okay. Yeah, we're stuck again. So there is like a little bit of a bug issue, but that's fine. Total production is 144 megajoules. Sorry, 192 megajoules, and that means that the run rate is super slow. Pretty darn happy with that. Yep. See, we're stuck here. We absolutely can't get through. We can't get through here. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and I bet you if I was to try and build... Yeah, colliding. Wait, that's now possible? Maybe it's here that it struggles to build. Yeah, there's definitely some bug issue there. Whatever. I don't need to come into this room. If I've played my cards right, I don't need to come into this room basically ever. So, all I need to do, get that built. That fixes us up. That should be perfect. And then as long as I'm able to get... another freighter on the go that is able to produce water, or not able to produce water, able to transport water, I should say, we will be absolutely fine. These cubes are super easy for us to build. They're really good. Also thinking I should probably disconnect this science connection. Yeah, we really don't need to worry about that. Not for a little while anyway. Oh, this is looking so good. This is looking so darn good. This is looking so darned good. Right. I also need to just have another dock, don't I? I need to... Yeah, I need to just have another dock somewhere. Docks are super darn cheap. Let's get a dock over here. Yeah. Get a dock over there. That is going to be the dock that I will move I'll move my scout to. And it can just chill there. Which one? Which one is it? We need to call it like the holding dock. What is this? This is the titanium dock. That's appropriately named. Did I name the water dock the water dock? I don't think I did. We're going to name you the holding dock, at least until we do something different with it. Holding dock, yep. And then we'll get the scout. Add destination. Holding dock. You can go and move across there. Great. And then we add some stuff to the shipyard. I think that should be enough. We construct a freighter. We need 40 magnetic coils. That should be easy enough, to be honest. Holding dock. That's looking good. I think I'm going to just have to stop in past here real quick. Good. There's nothing that stops us from actually getting in here. Very nice. Stop in here. Pick up these power sources, because I'm almost certain that we'll need them. Let's get that all configured properly. And then I'll go and pick up some more components. This looks great. This looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, literally every single thing is automated. Well, not every single thing. We've still got the advanced stuff that we need to get done, but we're pretty darn close. Let's also buffer this now. I feel like we've got enough. There we go. I feel like we've got enough resources in storage. Is that going out? Can we toggle the ports? Not sure why that's the case. I guess maybe we need one bit of belt between it. Not sure. Weird. I obviously toggled it off and then I toggled it on, but not sure. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So we've got power. Whilst we've got power, let's get at least one of these freighters built. I think I would like to get another titanium freighter, to be honest, as well, whilst we're here. Put that into there. Yep. Construct ship. Fantastic. Oh, this looks so good. This looks so good. I don't need to be on board, do I? Nope, I do not, and I should not be on board. So, new ship. You will be... Oh, no, I do need to be on board to rename it, don't I? Yeah, let's do that. Let's... There we go. New ship. You'll be F2. There we go. And autopilot disabled, but we'll configure here now. Navigate to station. Let's actually, real quick, just get off, because otherwise it's going to end up being a much bigger pain in the backside. F2. So, add weight condition to F2 as well. We'll go water dock. Yes. Wait for items. We want to do water greater than or equal to... We'll just start with 50. We'll start with 50 for now. Then add destination. And it actually needs to be... I'm going to go and change the name of the dock real quick. But it needs to be like water receptacle or something. But we don't actually have it configured over here yet. I don't think I remember to do that. So let's go and get it set up here. F to configure. Station dock. Yeah, this is water receiving. Receiving. I don't even know if that's how you spell receiving. I don't particularly care. Right. F2. Navigate station. Water dock. Wait for items. Great. Add destination. Water receiving. Add a weight condition. Equal to 0. Water is equal to 0. And that's that. Amazing. Enabled. Disabled. Etc. So, there we go. F2 is on the way. Fantastic. And that is almost certainly my water ice asteroid. Look at the size of this universe. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That is crazy. So, yeah, we may run out of power. We may run out of power whilst we're waiting for that to happen. But as soon as we are back, we will be completely power independent. What's the ratio? I need to check the ratio. It's 4 water ices in order to make 1 hydrogen fuel. Okay, that's fine. In the meantime, we are doing loads and loads of titanium processing. This is... I suppose this could be streamlined a little bit here now, but... whatever. This route adds character. I like the little kink in the route. It adds character. That's fine. So, now that that's done, I'm going to go and pick up a few more of these magnetic coils, which I should have in absolute abundance now. Oh, this is looking so good. It's all automated. It's all working. Oh, I tell you what, there is nothing quite like the satisfaction of seeing a sort of factory rise from the ground. It really is the most satisfying thing in the world. Freighter, yeah, we need more hull plates. Of course we need more of something. Entirely predictably, I have run out of power, so waiting for this F2 to get back in is obviously quite important. We need to get that done. It's just come from the station over here, the water asteroid, which is grand. Don't really foresee any issues, but you should very shortly get in here. And then once this is in play, I mean, yeah, very annoyingly, the water is not going to work because we don't have any power. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go and make at least one or two of these things manually, but that's okay. What I do want to do is I want to adjust F2 now, and I want you to go up to, I think we'll go 300 water. I think that's fair. So go up to 300 water. That's fine. Yeah, clearly not working. Get these resources out of here. I'll go and manually refine them in my ship in the holding dock, and then we'll just punt that into the power supply. It'd be nice if I could build workstations like around the ship, because at the moment I just always have to go back. I always have to go. What? Where'd my water go? Did my water automatically go into the... My water automatically went into there. Okay, well, I'll turn off auto insert, because I guess there is a... I guess there's a kilojoule... I guess there's a kilojoule value of water anyway? Let me just check that. Yeah, 48 megajoules versus 288 megajoules. Yeah, so it's pretty much a no-brainer to turn it into hydrogen fuel, given that it doesn't really take any time at all. But yeah, that auto-insert thing, that's a little bit annoying. But hey, this is all just giving F2, there we go, which is docked over there, a little bit more time to go and get all of the goodies that it needs to get in order to all work. But I'm not really worried, because when the entire process starts to work, it will start to work. And the great thing is, right, is that even though we don't have any power at the present moment, like, we will still continue to backlog. So F1 is about to dock here. Pretty interesting and cool. Just coming up and down. There we go, docking. It's still gonna unload. We don't need the power in order to get, you know, basically the entire value of the trade network that we've got going on. Obviously, it will make things better, but the fact that it is all working as it should is perfect. It's really perfect. My power has been restored. These refineries can get into action, which is great. And probably more importantly for my flippin' sanity is just a few more hull plates. How many hull plates have I got? I got loads of hull plates. What am I even worried about? Yeah, if I've got loads of hull plates, let's go and do what I have said I'm going to be, what I said I have wanted to do for a little while now, and that is to get this job done. Also, I've just realized, I don't think I ever put any resources into... I don't think I ever put any resources into F2. I mean, I gave it a little reactor, but I guess it's not... I guess it's not got any fuel, so there must be a way... There must be a way to just allow them to just poodle around on no fuel? That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's get you renamed F3. Beautiful. F3. It's good enough. Do not do that. Let's just immediately go out and configure from outside. So, freighter number 3. We want you to go to the titanium station. Titan station. Add weight condition. This time, we're going to wait for greater than or equal to... I think we're going to say 500. We're going to say 500 items. Add destination, titanium dock. Greater than or equal to... Or equal to 0. Make sure that titanium is there. Titanium is there. Autopilot enabled, disabled. And then, yep, you are on your way. Fantastic. Great. The game saves. The game lags. Fine. Freighter. Let's get another one. And what do you know? We've got F4. That is so darned quick. What's going to happen when two ships arrive at the same destination and they both are waiting to be loaded? Your guess is as good as mine, ladies and gentlemen. That is... No. I need to get into war mode. Go. Scramble the jets. The Relic Crescent, which definitely is... Oops. F to undock. Yep. Which is definitely not... Flipping autopilot is enabled. Disable. Which is definitely not a Battlestar Galactica copycat. Come on. I need to save this ship. I don't know what that ship is, but we're going to do our best. Quick. Zoom. Where the heck are you going? My station isn't out there. Is that my ship? What the heck are you doing? I can't even get in range. Quick. Am I hitting? That was hitting. That is definitely hitting. If you could not destroy that ship, that would be great. Amazing. Let's see what it is. F3. Yeah, where the heck are you going, buddy? Where the heck are you going? That is absolutely not what should be happening. Navigate to Titan Station. There we go. That's better. Titan Station is over there. Is that... So it's changed course now. Change course, and Titan Station is here. Yeah, Titanium Asteroid. Great. Right. Weird. Very, very weird. F4, let's get you configured. You're going to go to water dock, add condition, water, greater than or equal to 350, add destination, water receiving, add weight condition, water equal 0. Cool. So, set that up. Should work now, right? F2 is departing, F4 is departing. Not sure what's going to happen when you both arrive at the water asteroid. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Titanium ore, no. The water. Let's go and have a look. We're in the neighborhood, so let's go and do it. Oh yeah, by the way, I have 0 fuel in the tank, which is why I have absolutely no speed whatsoever, but it does prove that freighters can operate with no fuel in the tank, which is actually completely fine. I mean, it's really not a huge speed penalty. And if they have to sort of creep and crawl around... Oh, have I triggered somebody? I have. Okay, well, you know what? Suck it. There you go. Enjoy my mining laser. I realize I'm taking damage. Yeah, I tell you what, I realize I'm taking damage, and the plasma cannon is not working as effectively as it should be, because we do not have the power. In other news, though, it looks like the freighter just kind of, like, rolls around and waits. Looks like you're kind of bumping off that asteroid in a little bit of a dopey fashion. Not quite sure how I feel about that. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. Okay. Well, at least we know what it does. I'm not completely convinced that I approve of it, but I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as we are getting a decent amount of resources coming through, that's great. Now, I'm going to turn this puppy around. Let's get you back to the holding dock. There we go. Enabled. And get out of there so that I can at least do a little bit of work whilst we are flying. It does look like whilst I've been gone, there was a little bit of a power cut, but that's okay. I mean, there's water waiting, and I have got a few fuel cells which I will use to kickstart the process. I mean, we need like a critical mass of water, basically, right? In order to have everything up and running, operational, we need that critical mass of water in order to have more power cells to be produced. You know, so that is important to do. Anyway, we've got freighters F1 to 4. Is there anything else that I need to do right now? I don't think that there is. What I think I really want to turn my attention back to is advanced production and manufacturing. It's going to mean a few more magnetic coils for a few more assemblers. It's been a bit of a while since we last... What's the issue here? No issues? No issues. Been a bit of a while since we attempted to do any production of any sort, to be honest, in the base. Not like it's necessarily a problem, but it is something that maybe should be addressed. Titanium plates and coils. Do I want to change this over? Kind of do, you know. Let's build this here. I mean, I got plenty of space, right? So you are going to give me this instead. You're going to give me hull plates instead. And you, I suppose you can actually already... you can also give me hull plates. I think I just need hull plates. We'll buffer hull plates elsewhere. We'll get them to feed. We'll get you to feed directly into there. We'll get you to... Yep, that's looking pretty good. Good enough to me. And that will be servo production. Excellent. Any other buildings that I want to get right now? Not really. Can't really afford them. Ladders? I would love to figure out what ladders actually mean for us. We'll start getting some servos. What do I need? What do I need next? Basic circuits in the queue? Yeah, I'd love to get basic circuits. I disconnected this, so we'll need to rebuild our science lab. But I think I'm going to prioritize just using my servos to get us science. So, yeah, let's do that. What's the issue here? It's not even advanced stuff. It's just literally basic titanium plates. Oh, flippin' heck. I thought it was advanced stuff. Well, here's what we're going to do. We've got basically a stored up resource of plates here. This feels really wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. Come this way. Come this way. Yep. And then just punt them straight in there. And that is going to be good enough. So that is not even going to use the resources that I expected it to use. So I guess you can go back to making... lightweight frames, because we are still buffering everything that we need to buffer here, which is fine. That's good. Is this working? It's not going to work, because I'm going to need to take all of the resources off the deck. And then suddenly, what do you know? Servo motors, we are making them. Brilliant. We're throwing them into the science machine. Very, very happy with that. Okay, anything else that we want to get right now? So, the refinery does do silicon refining. Silicon wafers and reinforced glass. Both of these we can make. But the thing is, I don't really have any use case for silica wafers, silica glass. It's kind of not that big of a deal. Also, I'm thinking that maybe I want to change this a little bit. We should probably have a better, more sophisticated research system. So instead, let's get this out here. Get that into there. Put down a splitter. I've not even undergrounded yet at all. That seems a bit crazy. And yeah, I think we'll probably need more science machines later on, but I think for now we can be very happy with how that all looks. And then I'll throw 8 servo motors into there, and that's going to give us basic circuits in like 30 seconds flat, I'm pretty sure. This setup is working like an absolute treat. Basic circuits have been unlocked. I'm going to make the bold assumption that that is a thing over here. And of course, it's going to require silicon wafers. Ugh. Well, silicon wafers. We knew that it was coming, right? We knew that it was coming. We knew that it was coming. We also have a plentiful supply of nickel plates over here. I think I have got a plan. I think I've got a plan. My plan is a silicon setup. This is a weird situation. My plan is a silicon setup. We're going to throw a few more things into there. So currently, what I think we should do is we got nickel coming in here, nickel being refined in here. Then this area is where we're taking the wires. I think we want to... Oops. What's the issue here? There we go. Build that there. Build this here. This is a bit... Why is this not working? There we go. Okay, that's good. Then we'll get a dock. The dock goes there. Nice. And then we're going to have silicon importation right here. That's what I'm thinking. Because if we do that, then it will all be... Try not to get lost here now. Will all be... I am getting lost. It will all be within the relative proximity. Here we are. It will be in the relative proximity of the areas that we know process nickel plate, and therefore shouldn't be too much of an issue. Now, I'm going to see if I can try and get this to there, just across the threshold, which is, of course, exactly what we need. Punt down one of these. Great. And then, here's what I think we're going to do. I'm going to have refineries. I'm going to have 3 refineries at either side, because these refineries, like, is that even? Yeah, that's even. These refineries will all produce different things, but they will all be silica things. So this side will get silica wafers, or silicon wafers. It's good. Nice. And then this side will get reinforced glass, and reinforced glass. So with a very simple... There we go. Very simple, nice operation like this. I don't know if it's going to be balanced for silicon, but, I mean, do I really care that much? No. All I care about is that we've got... something that works for silicon processing. And I guess you can go in there like so. Yeah, and I guess you can go in there like so. Sure. Does that actually work? I don't think it will, actually. I think the way that I set these up is, yeah, to have the back. To have the back as the input. Yeah. So that will have to go like there, and that will have to go like so. Okay, so all we need to do is set up a little outcrop station. We need to find a silica asteroid, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. We need to go and get a little mining setup up and running. That'll take no time at all. And then we need to get regular shipments of silica right over to that new refining area. I will go and do that right now. We've done it a couple of times already. I feel like we don't need to see it again. But in the meantime, it looks like the rest of the station is working flawlessly. It's great. Well, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? The nearest silica asteroid is about 6 kilometers away, which is not necessarily problematic, because if you factor into the equation that I'm going to be able to transit this area quite fast, and if I get lots of different, like, you know, freighters to do the journey, it should happen quite quickly. But yeah, still, it's a little bit of a trek to get here. However, what I'm thinking that I might do is that I might build a version 2 of my freighter, and the version 2 of the freighter might have more thrusters on. So that's fine. I mean, it'll take me a little while to get over there, but at least theoretically, the freighters that come after me will be able to go a little bit quicker. I should also get some research done whilst I'm out in the big deep beyond. Is there anything that I really care about? Not really. I mean, ship armor, maybe? Kind of interesting. Lightweight armor piece, container module. I'd love to get the container module, but I need to start the process of actually manufacturing circuits first. And that is not something that I am at yet, so I might as well try and... sure. I might as well do something that I know I can get done. Station decoration blocks, a corridor and a corner corridor. Sure, and then station armor. That's basically all of the material. Actually, that, I suppose, space elevator too. That'll be all of the material science only research objectives, but that should be fine. And I think the space station is at a place now where we can, you know, keep the lights on at all times, and that makes me quite happy indeed. So, yeah, let's get Silica done, and then let's head right back. Silica station is looking good. I even used underground pipes for the first time, just to use them, and also because I didn't have enough titanium plates in my inventory for conveyor belts. Turns out, underground belts don't use titanium plates. Very, very nice. Okay, let's go back to the base as we unlock station armor and see if we can try and get up an automated route that will supply everything that we need. And you know the great thing is that we're actually bringing back basically an entire inventory worth of silica. So at least for the early stages of using silicon, we should be all right. Very nice indeed. So we're back. We've got the goodies that we need. How's this establishment looking? I mean, it is working. We can see the thingy in the background. It's happening. How much power do we have? I just wanna double check, to be honest. Without going into the cursed room. Oh, 35. I mean, if we got 35 in, says why I don't want to go into the cursed room. If we got 35 in that one, then that should be fine. 2 in there. We'll have 35 over at the back side and then 2 at the other one. So that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So, all that we need to do in order to get this entire area up and running is get ourselves... Let me see. Just down to here. Has this been named? This has not been named. This needs to be Silicon Inn. There we go. We've got a new naming scheme for pretty much every... area. And you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to tell the scout, instead of going to holding dock, come to Silicon Inn. There we go. Navigate over here. That'd be grand. And at the moment, it's at the holding dock, so it'll take a second just to get from the other side of the... there we go, the other side of the station. Here it comes. Nice. Good. Yeah, that's... You've just taken my head off there, but that's all right. That's fine. Either way, it should work. We've got all of the resources coming in here. Great. We're going to be making reinforced glass in no time. We're going to be making silicon wafers in no time. We've not done any of the output stuff yet, but that is all good. Right, I'm going to go and order... In fact, I'm not going to order, am I? I'm going to see if I can try and get more of these resources. Yep. And probably a few more of these as well. Because I think I want to try... I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try and build a new freighter that is larger. That is absolutely larger. Although, that being said, I mean, do we want to build the freighter... Do we want to build a normal freighter? Yeah, let's build a normal freighter right now. And then we'll see if we can try and build a larger freighter with a container module that maybe will work just that little bit better. We need to put all this stuff into here. It's a very sophisticated system that I've got where I just empty my entire inventory and then take out my entire inventory. It doesn't really do much. But it is fine. Right, rename you. You're F5. Nice. And exit out of here. Good. And let's get F5 to do Silica Station. Add weight condition. Let's not do 1,000. Let's do 400. Wait for items. 400 silica. Greater than or equal to. Get you to navigate over to there. Nice. Add destination. Silicon Inn. Add weight condition. Silica is equal to 0. Perfect. And that should be that. And you should already be gone. Why are you not gone? You're still there? You're still here. F5. Enabled, disabled. There we go. Make sure that you're absolutely 100% doing that. I'm going to just inspect on the map just to see if you're on the... Oops. Just to see if you're on the right way, because these things can get lost. They do like to get lost, although that looks like you're going over to... There we go. Wait to load in. I did see it over there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're heading over there. God, you're going to take about 1 billion years, aren't you? You're going to take a while. That is going to take a while. It's a bleeding good thing that I came back with a whole bunch of silica. Yeah. Ugh, you know what? One will do. One will do for now. It's going to bring back 400 whenever it brings back 400. For now, let's focus on getting the resources that we need in order to do some of the more sophisticated and complicated research objectives. So, in order to do the research, we need to still sort the output. But what are the potential... It's literally only the computation station. Computation station has to be made in here, right? I know it is for a fact. Yeah, computation station, it's silicon wafers and nickel wafers. We need to buffer both of these things first. I'm gonna get, yeah, another one of these. Another one of these right here. Great, so that we've got the automatic inputs. Yep, that's fine. And up to there. Great. And we'll have the outputs all the way out over to there. Fantastic. Can I still escape from this area? I can. Not for long, though. It must be said. We'll need to be very careful about how we set that area up. Right. Okay. That's good. That's going to be at least some silicon wafers in the first instance. Let's get that going into there. Nice. And then what we're really after is these bad boys. And we are absolutely not going to have enough resources to build that all in the oneer. But if I head over here and, oops, yoink half of the pile out of there, that actually is probably going to overfill my inventory, but don't really care. Yoink this, and we'll do another little sneaky route. This is very much a... Don't copy me. Don't copy my example. This is not a good thing to do. We are probably going to need to underground this belt at some point. I don't really care to do it now, though. We can always do a different bit in the future. Right, pump that into there. That's basic circuits. And then, science-wise, do we just put it into another science machine? I mean, if I take these three, for example, and then I put them into here, I don't need to put them both in at the same time. We can have just another, like, little slate of science machines over here, and it'll work. The real question is, what do I want? I mean, solar panels, I think solar panels, the idea of building solar panels is cool as heck. I think that's really good. Warp fuel, the ability to go fast, consumed by reactors to allow ships to travel at high speeds. I think that's probably a priority, but it's going to be 200 points. What's the cheapest? Advanced panels. Advanced panels are just a better thing to research, to be honest. Container module. Container module's not a bad idea, you know. A warp drive allows ships to consume warp fuel to travel very quickly. I don't know how we get... Add that to the queue. Get the station elevator done real quick. That's easy. Large station modules, that's also pretty easy for us to do. Large thrusters. Yeah. Yeah. I'm interested in all of these things. I need to set up a refueling station, though. That's what I need to do. Like, I need to be able to load up different things. I think we're going to do warp fuel... crafted in the enrichment chamber. Okay, so the enrichment chamber is what we need first, but then we need advanced plates in order to do that. So we might as well do advanced plates, then enrichment chamber, then warp fuel. You know what, just queue up a bunch of things that I think I'm interested in. I'm not overly bothered about the speed at which we get them, to be brutally honest. You know, it's kind of fun to have a bunch of different sort of systems working in different ways. I'm also thinking that I might want to do another one of these assemblers. Yeah, in this corner over here. This is going to be an absolute nightmare. But you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's get... This is so horrible. But we can underground. We can underground a lot of stuff. And I have yet to underground... I mean... Nothing meaningful, right? I mean, I've undergrounded a little bit at the... Must attach the station. Yeah, we're going to attach there. I've undergrounded a little bit at the other station. The silica station. But that was only out of necessity. Because I didn't have the resources. Not because I actually needed to. Toggle port. Perfect. And then you can make... this. And then you will start working. Amazing. Love to see it. Then I'm thinking, I would love some more I would love some more science things. Yeah, I would love at least 2. I'd love at least 2. I will say the game saving happens quite a lot, and it does get just a little bit annoying. This is not how I want this to go. I want this to go here, and this to go here. And then the outputs. What do I need more? I need more nickel plates. Well, we got loads of nickel plate. We got loads and loads and loads of nickel plate. So, splitter in there. Splitter in here. Can I actually build this? I might not even be able to build this. Yep, up to there. Ugh, no. I don't know how you're supposed to navigate around areas of the factory that you've kind of already built belt in, because if you don't like have an access route or a way to do it, there's no way to access some of the more complicated areas. But you know what? I suppose it's kind of like a realism thing. Here we go, and there we go. Okay. What's the issue here? Toggle ports? Don't know why that wasn't the case before. I don't think I'd previously toggled it. Maybe I had. Doesn't particularly matter. That is looking great. That is looking really, really good. So this should be done. This should be done pretty darn fast, actually. Are we running out of power? If we are running out of power, it will probably be because we just do not have enough power production. Let's go and take a little look at our room here. Total consumption, total production. Yeah, we're fine, I think. The thing is, yeah. So the thing is that both of these generators will be working at full capacity, and they're basically being replenished. We basically just don't have enough. We basically don't have enough water production, or water fuel production. That can be addressed. That can be addressed quite easily. We just need to get more refineries on this side. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And I think I should have the resources to make this all happen now. So it's going to go into there. This goes up into there. Yeah, we just need more production. And shouldn't be a hard thing to do. Go. And there we go. Nice. Make sure this is all set to the appropriate thing. And then for the outputs, also, I'm now just realizing we can do belts like this. I did not realize that the belts just automatically did that. I don't think that really changes much about my setup, but that is good to note that we can automatically feed onto the belts. Yeah, as I say, don't think it really matters, but it is kind of cool. Yeah, so that's where we toggle the port. Fine. Right, that will almost certainly give us just that little bit of additional power that we need, because yeah, so now we're up to 144. We need to go up to 100. We need to see this big, we need to see this head up to 192, and if it heads up to 192, then that is a great sign. The solar panels we haven't done yet, although the solar panels are ridiculously easy for us to make. The reinforced glass we have, the nickel plates we have, the light freight frames we have. We've got all of them. And we don't even need this. So yeah, I think we'll get the solar panels next, and then we'll build that up and we'll make that work. How's my silica mission doing? F4. F5. F5 is the... Oh, you're on your way back now. Oh, that's good. That's good. I am surprised that F5 has managed to get here, or will be getting here in good order. Either way, this is all looking good. I don't think we've got any production issues or anything like that. We're producing servos. That's great. We got plenty of servos in here. Is it just... What? Oh, we're out of silicon? Yeah, we're out of silicon. We're not out of silicon. What the heck? Why is this not working? Well, we'll do that, I guess. Does it always not work here as the input? Have I been messing that up the entire time? Let's go and check. Maybe. Apparently, maybe. Okay, well, the patented orbital potato method, as it turns out, is absolutely garbage. So there is a little bit of extra production that we could be getting. Wait, are you telling me this is full? Yeah, this is full too. Okay, well, it turns out, yeah, this is a terrible way of doing business. It's a terrible way of doing business. There we go. So, yeah, that's where all of our missing production has been. It's been coming from this terrible setup. Here we go. Good. And actually not here. That's okay, that's interesting. So yeah, that's one area that we chose not to do that. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't really change much. I mean, it's a little bit of an annoying thing to do because I kind of like the layout that we had in place. But oh well. Not necessarily the end of the world. It does allow us to utilize just that little bit of extra silica, which is good, or whatever these things are called, silicon wafers. There's the ship. The ship is here. The ship is docked. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that the scout ship? Hold on. I think that is the scout ship. Where is F5? F5 is en route. I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, I think this is my scout. 100% it's my scout. Okay, scout, you need to go back and go to holding dock. Yep, go there, and then wait, is it F4? Is it F4 that's doing the delivery of this? Maybe it is F4 that's doing the delivery of this. The silica. Advanced plates have been unlocked. We're still waiting for the ship to dock. F4, by the way, not F5, as I thought. But now that we've got the scout ship out of here, we should be able to get you into place real soon. What the heck is happening? What the heck is happening? Who's gonna dock here? I did create a silica ship. I am absolutely certain that I did. What? Maybe I didn't. Am I making things up? You know what I think's happened. So this is the silica asteroid over here. I think it's been destroyed. I think F5 has been destroyed. I am pretty certain that that is the case. I mean, we saw it coming back, right? We saw it coming back, and then suddenly it wasn't there. And it's not here. It's not on any of my radars. Now, that's a tragic situation. And it's not, you know, realistically, it's not that far. Yeah, slightly encumbered by the fact that the scout was, you know, hogging up the space. It might have gone a little bit AWOL. Either way, let's go and see if we can try and pick up some silicon manually in this ship. I mean, there is still a little bit of silicon to be extracted, but or to be refined. But I think I can collect a little bit of silicon whilst we're waiting. Okay, a few more bits of silicon. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it should at least, hopefully, try and get us a little bit closer to solar panels, which will be quite nice. Okay, what's absolutely clear though is that I need to redesign my fleet. At least I need to do slightly better in the freighter department, and if that will require a minor redesign or a major redesign, I'm afraid it's kind of something that we kind of just have to do. And even if it means that we don't have a full sort of complement of sort of upgrades that we have ready to go, then, you know, it's just something that we have to do. Right, small habitat. Yeah, we'll start with a small habitat. We'll start with 2 small habitats. We will get thrusters. I wonder if multiple thrusters will give us higher speed. I really want to find out, you know. I really want to find out. A ladder? We don't need a ladder. We don't need a ladder in here. I mean, this is, you know, it's going to be it's gonna be unmanned, right? So we can operate with that ladder. So we get 2 thrusters. Yep. We get a small reactor there. And to be honest, I need to have like some refueling capability. I need to have like a station that I'm gonna be able to dock with and that will allow refuel, which is kind of cool. Dual cannons. Yep, we'll get dual cannons here and dual cannons here. We have got armor. Oops. Armor. Yep. Show down. Ship armor. So where does this go? Where does this go? And in fact, I need to... Oops. To go down in a level. It looks like we need to get... Okay. Maybe we ditch that. We get ourselves another one of those up there. We go remove the dock. We get another small habitat here. That's fine. Then we put the cockpit at the front here. We get a dual cannon up at the top there. We get a docking collar here. We don't need anything at the other side. Although I suppose we could put a small reactor there. Not like it particularly makes any difference. And then the armor, we're going to flip and go down a level, which is shift, and then slide that into configuration right over there. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? I feel like that is not a badly designed bit of kit. Throw on an extra one of these. I mean, if this flies faster, it's gonna be flippin' great. I mean, thrust, if I remove that, it reduces the thrust. So I think the small thrusters, cumulatively, will make a difference. Can I actually add more? Yep, there we go. Click to remove that. If I get another small habitat here, then we can go... This might be too big for my current, like, setup. Also, it's going to take about 1 billion resources. Excuse me. Remove you. But the point is that this sucker is supposed to be flipping fast, right? And if it works, it will be a speed demon. 120 kilonewtons of thrust. And it's got armor. Right, so we're going to save this as Freighter M2. There we go. Save this as Freighter M2. We're going to exit out of here. I somehow think that we might not have enough resources just by default. We will be able to get more. We can do this. I'm optimistic. I don't know how we operate the weapons. I assume that maybe the AI just does AI things and it fires back on the baddies if indeed they're there. But I'm at least gonna try building this thing. I mean, it's kind of cool as heck, right? All right, construct new ship, Freighter M2. It's built. That was so easy. Now, bear in mind that literally none of the ship is is accessible. Wait. Where's the cockpit? Is it not there? The cockpit is there. The cockpit is on the other level. Of course, I've forgotten about that. It doesn't actually matter. The only potential problem that I have here is that I'm not able to upgrade it. Disassemble the ship. Yeah, disassemble the ship so that we can go back into the designer. Load up the Freighter Mark II. I want to be able to rename the... Oh, you know what? It's quite an easy solve, this. There we go. Delete, delete. And then just add a ladder block on the lower level. That's actually completely fine, because that will allow us to access it. Not like we'll need to do that a lot, but it's quite nice. We're going to be able to do that. Head up a level, put that in there. Dual cannons. Nice. Save. Freighter Mark II. Hopefully it oversaves. And then that's it. Then we go blueprint. Construct new ship. Freighter Mark II. We've got the goods already. Construct the ship. And then we're in. This is the first time that we've ever seen a ladder. Kind of crazy. Okay, we just teleport. That's fine. There's a reactor up at the back there. That's okay. Yep. We go here. We go rename. This is F5. F5 MK2. That's fine. And configure fire groups. Put them all in fire group number 1. That's okay. And hull HP is 160. I think we're good. I think we're good with this, to be honest. I think we're good with this. HUD markers. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's for me and not for the video game. So step off, step outside, and let's send you on your inaugural mission. You're gonna go to Silica Station. Great. You're gonna have a weight condition. Weight condition is for silica greater than or equal to 500 items. Add new destination, silicon in. Add weight condition, silica equal to 0. Autopilot enabled, and away you go. What a majestic beast. Can't really see it, but oh, I didn't even get to see how fast it was. I mean, it will be faster by default, right? Wait, F5 is there. What? F5 is back on the map. What? What happened? That must be your dying point. That must be F5's dying point. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? That is so weird. Yeah, it must not exist anymore. I'm sure it's been destroyed. I can't jump in and do anything with it. It's just gonna have to take it. It's just life. Right. I think I have played far too much. This is a great game. I want to play more. I really, really enjoy this. This is main sequence, ladies and gentlemen. Space Factorio. Factorio on a space station. Satisfactory on a space station. It's got all of the really satisfying aspects of a factory builder automation game that just make me go, oh, I just want to play more. I just want to play more. Obviously, there's not a huge amount of tech in this current build. We got through most of the stuff, and most of the other stuff I think is fairly self-explanatory. But yeah, big fan. Can't wait to see more. Wishlist it if indeed you are interested down in the description. There we go, by the way. There's the Relic Crescent, which is no doubt... F5 now exists again. Very strange. Anyway, doesn't particularly matter. Thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.